For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. The mystery of the Kola Superdeep Borehole. Did the USSR reach hell? An intriguing and mysterious story surrounds the deepest hole ever drilled by humans. What is true and what is not may never be fully known, but the story of this hole is undoubtedly more than fascinating. Work on the project, which promised groundbreaking discoveries about the structure of the Earth, began in 1970. At the time, the project was one of the Soviet Union's great prides, along with their space program and, to some extent, their submarine fleet. It's said that the people selected to work on the site underwent rigorous selection, and securing a position there was no easy feat. In addition to being given apartments in the center of Moscow, workers reportedly received a monthly salary equivalent to a university professor's annual income. The project was located in the northwestern part of the Kola Peninsula, from which it got its name. 16 separate laboratories operated simultaneously, with the deepest section being the so-called SG3 hole. ASG stands for Sverglubokaya, or super deep. As mentioned, drilling began in 1970, and for more than a decade, work continued tirelessly. Officially, the project was frozen in 1994, though drilling had effectively stopped earlier. In 1983, scientists reached a depth of 12,000 meters and soon halted the drilling. After reaching 12,262 meters, the project was completely shut down. Originally, the plan had been to reach 15,000 meters, a goal that was never achieved. One of many oddities surrounding the project. According to various sources, the project was stopped due to supernatural phenomena encountered during drilling, as well as the inability to properly cool the drill head. Some claim that after passing the 8,000-meter mark, scientists encountered rock containing vast amounts of gold, up to 80 grams per ton. By modern mining standards, just 4 grams per ton is enough to justify mining. Other reports state that at 12,000 meters, temperatures reached over 150 degrees C, far higher than the expected 100 degrees C. It was assumed that at 15 kb of deep, the temperature would reach around 300 degrees C. At such high temperatures and enormous pressures, the rocks and stone below were no longer solid and hard, but had become more plastic, almost molten. The strangest part of the story is that, according to some scientists, strange sounds were detected at a depth of 12,262 meters. Intrigued, the team lowered a special microphone into the hole. What they allegedly heard shocked them: human screams. As a communist, I don't believe in heaven or the Bible. But as a scientist, I now believe in hell, said Viktor Azakov, the project leader, who reportedly handed over the audio recording to Soviet authorities. We lowered a microphone intended to capture seismic plate movements, but instead we heard human voices screaming in pain. At first, we thought the sound came from our equipment, but after a thorough check, our worst fears were confirmed. Screams, cries, and the wailing of millions of people could be heard. Following Azakov's death and the collapse of the USSR, his grandson supposedly discovered a copy of the recording in his grandfather's home, and that's how the infamous Voices from Hell became known to the public. The Kola Borehole was a classified project from its inception due to its proximity to the Norwegian border and its designation as a scientific priority. The first foreign visitor was a director from the Czechoslovak Academy of Sciences. To the rest of the world, the Soviet Union's attempt to drill the deepest hole on Earth was mostly a rumor. Officially, the project was presented in detail at the 1984 World Geological Congress in Moscow. A new plan to drill the deepest hole and unlock infinite energy quays, an energy company founded in 2020, has some bold goals. It aims to drill the deepest hole in Earth's crust and make geothermal energy widely accessible. How? By combining conventional drilling methods with a powerful tool known as a gyrotron, inspired by the same technology that could one day enable nuclear fusion. Although geothermal energy is a promising source of clean, continuous, and nearly limitless power, it's still not very popular. One major reason is that places with hot rocks close enough to the surface for efficient energy extraction are relatively rare. Quais hopes to change this by developing technology capable of drilling record-breaking depths. The current record is around 12.3 km, held by the Kola Superdeep Borehole. Though projects like it have long since stopped, they remain a testament to human engineering. To go even deeper, engineers must figure out how to crush dense rock layers and bring the debris to the surface, all while withstanding temperatures that exceed 180 degrees C. Rotating drill bits at such depths is also extremely challenging. One potential solution: drill less and burn more. Quais's approach, developed by MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center, uses millimeter-wave electromagnetic radiation to melt rock instead of grinding it. The devices used, called gyrotrons, generate continuous high-frequency beams that excite electrons in strong magnetic fields, effectively vaporizing rock. By combining gyrotrons with traditional drilling gear, Quais hopes to reach depths of around 20 km in just a few months. At that depth, rock temperatures can reach up to 500 degrees C, hot enough to turn water into supercritical steam, an ideal state for producing electricity. With $63 million in funding, Quais plans to build field-ready equipment and prove the concept within 2 years. Even without such tech, about 8.3% of the world's energy could come from geothermal sources and could serve up to 17% of the global population. Currently, around 40 countries could rely entirely on geothermal power, yet less than 0.5% of the world's electricity today comes from heat beneath our feet. To reach net zero emissions by 2050, geothermal energy usage must grow by 13% annually, a far cry from current rates.